Alright, much brew time. Playing some... I don't know what I'm calling this yet. It's kind of like blue-black, mid-rangey, slightly pirate-ish with Scarab God, good stuff, awesomeness.deck. Probably go with that for now. It's a deck I've been working on that I think is super sweet, so I decided to hijack Much Brew for this week. Since the winning deck was not an Ixalan deck, but it's Ixalan time, everyone's excited for Ixalan Standard, so I figured, whoa, Spice incoming, Traveler's Amulet off the top. Yeah, so we're playing some sweetness. Let's just Fetid Pools past the turn. What in the world is going on? Traveler's Amulet makes me think... probably an improvised deck of some kind. Something artifacty. Maybe Grixis Tezzeret. Alright, looking like a Grixis Tezzeret type deck. We'll see how this goes. Let's play a Swamp and just run out our Gifted Aetherborn. Pass the turn. So, as you can see, we're not all pirates. We do have a decent amount of pirates. One thing I've realized about pirates is Lookout's Dispersal is really insane. So I really want enough pirates to be able to Lookout's Dispersal as mana leak. But I also don't want to be completely married to a ton of pirates because there's only so many good ones. Let's get in with our Gifted Aetherborn. Start gaining some life. And then I think we're just going to run out Champion of Wits here. If we get censored, Alright, opponent just cycles Fetid Pools. We get to draw and discard. Well, definitely getting rid of Submerged Boneyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we just get rid of 2 lands. How likely is Scavenger Grounds to be relevant? Not very. Yeah, we'll get rid of Scavenger Grounds. Boneyard, Scavenger Grounds. Hold on to the Fetid Pools in case we end up wanting to cycle it, which is possible. Still not very sure what our opponent's doing. Although, if they do just slam a Tezzeret, at least we can just Faraska's Contempt it before it does anything too crazy. We could Hostage Taker a Traveler's Amulet. Get him. Oh, Hostage Taker. The value. Yeah, I feel like Fetid Pools is a good keep there. If we don't draw lands and we want lands, we can always play it. If we do top deck a land this turn, we can potentially just like walk the plank, cycle Fetid Pools, something along those lines. Opponent. Oh, Pianalar. Okay. Sure. Opponent passes. We draw land. We could just Hostage Taker the token and attack with both. That might be the smartest play. We can Hostage Taker Pianalar, but that's kind of bad if our opponent just kills it, then they get another token. We can also just attack with both and see what our opponent does. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's just attack with both and see what happens, and then make our decision from there. Actually, let's just attack with Gifted Aetherborn. Because our other line is just to Hostage take our own Champion of Wits. I kind of like that line even better. We're a little land. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just Hostage Taker Champion of Wits. So if Hostage Taker dies, we just get back Champion of Wits. If Hostage Taker doesn't die, then we can always just cast Champion of Wits next turn and do some looting. I actually really like this synergy. It seems counterintuitive, but be surprised how often we want to Hostage Taker our own Champion of Wits. It's also this like weirdly good Wrath protection if we're worried about a Wrath. Because now our opponent Wraths, we get back Champion of Wits, we still have a creature. Alright, opponent just kills Gifted Aetherborn. Down to 2 cards, though. They're going to need something big. And thankfully, we got big things pretty well covered. With both Faraska's Contempt. Like, maybe they're working towards Herald of Anguish or something. But we have that pretty much covered. Like, we can discard a land and then just kill it. And eventually we'll find the Scarab God. Is it Tezzeret time? It's Tezzeret time. Plays a land. Opponent's down to 1 card. They're going to kill Hostage Taker? Well, if we can find a Scarab God, we should be able to put this game away pretty quickly, which is good. Still a little nervous just because I don't know exactly what to expect out of our opponent's deck. I would guess Herald of Anguish, but opponent's trying to figure out how they should use this Tezzeret. Alright, just makes a token. And passes. Well, let's go attacking at Tezzeret, see what our opponent does. Just chumps. We'll play Fetid Pools, and I think we'll just pass. How worried do... Yeah, let's just pass. They would have the mana to use Metallic Rebuke anyway. Tap, tap, sack. And that's the most likely counter. Opponent cycles Fetid Pools. Alright, well, we're going to do this now then, I think. Vraska's Contempt the Tezzeret. Alright, Tezzeret down. That's good news. Opponent. We're all the way at 26, too. Gets in with Pianalar. Sure. Down to 24. We draw a Swamp. Yeah, let's freeboot her. See what's in our opponent's hand. If anything. Spell Swindle. Oh. Okay. Well, apparently our opponent is actually trying to win with Marionette Master. So we are going to have to keep that in mind. I'm actually tempted to just kill this hostage taker. I think we're going to. Man, this feels weird, but... Kill hostage taker. Discard a couple lands. Play a land, pass the turn. Opponent passes. Champion of Wits is a good draw. Let's go attacking. Hit our opponent. Opponent blocks. That is super fine with us. So now we just get to Eternalize. And this should hopefully find us some action. Feel like we're in pretty good shape. There's Scarab God. So get rid of Gifted Aetherborn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. And get rid of Champion of Wits for now. Pass the turn. And yeah, we're in super good shape. We're not dead to Marionette Master. Alright, opponent has Treasure Map. That's going to be a bit slow. Plays a land. So their last card is Pianalar. And I think we're just going to be fast enough to close out this game before they can find a Marionette Master. Because things are going to speed up a lot now that we have a Scorpion God. Well, go attacking. See what our opponent does. If they chump with the Thopter, then we can just kill Pianalar and play Scarab God. Opponent takes it. Well, play Scarab God. Nice white border. Play Storm Tamer to fizzle removal spells. Pass the turn, and our opponent's got to hit something pretty good, probably this turn. What do we get back? Probably Champion of Wits, I guess. Opponent's going to main phase Scry. Sure. Might have been better to do that in their upkeep. And our opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Well, yeah, we'll take it. So, opponent, Marionette Master, Treasure Tokens. What is our plan against this deck? I don't really know what this deck is doing, other than I'm pretty sure they're trying to kill us with Marionette Master. That's the one thing I'm relatively confident in. Duresses, I guess, and negates seem reasonable. We don't really know what their creatures are. Oh, boy. Huh. Well, Trial of Ambition doesn't seem great, because they're making so many tokens. Probably go down a couple Fatal Pushes. Bring in Duress. Huh. Go down Gifted Aetherborn for negate. I kind of want Doomfalls, too. Maybe Walk the Plank for Doomfall. Let's go down Noxious Gearhulk for Jace. And go down one Hostage Taker for Liliana. Maybe something along these lines. Yeah, let's try it like that. Seems reasonable-ish. Alright, I guess, this hand's clunky. I do like negate. We are on the draw. If we hit our lands, this hand is pretty fine. Alright, there's a land. So that's a good start. Lilianas and Scarab Gods are super powerful if we get to them. Spire Bluff for our opponent. Counterban Kingpin. Interesting. Guess that's a good way to do some scrying. I think we just freeboot her here instead of leaving up negate. This lets us leave up Lookout's Dispersal in the future. Tezzeret, Vraska's Contempt, a Braid, Prophetic Prism. Well, we're just going to take a Braid and trust that we can cover the rest of the stuff with our counters until we get to Scarab Gods. Also, Kai'Sail, good blocker. So our opponent can Prophetic Prism, scry and draw. Yep. But we're going to be able to counter their Tezzeret if we want to. And we're working towards our super powerful late game. Alright, opponent plays the tap land, so we know 3 of their 4 cards. Opponent gets in. Well, we just block. Does let our opponent gain a life, but opponent passes. Play Evolving Wilds, pass the turn. So we are hitting our lands. And we are building towards our Lilianas. Our opponent can just slam Tezzeret here. We're pretty fine if they want to do that, though. Prophetic Prism, Scry Draw. Yep. Opponent's getting some nice little value out of their Prophetic Prisms. Traveler's Amulet. Alright. So we still know most of the cards in our opponent's hand. Alright, we know all of the cards in our opponent's hand. Opponent gets in, we block. Crack Evolving Wilds. Grab an island. Yeah, let's just play Fetid Pools, pass the turn. I was wondering if we need to leave up 2 counters, but I think 1 should be fine since we know our opponent's hand. It seems unlikely that they're going to be able to cast 2 meaningful spells this turn. I guess the way we'd get punished is if they drew Spell Pierce. Exactly. There's Inventor's Fair. If they drew exactly Spell Pierce, then they could just counter our counter, resolve their big thing. So we block. Opponent just passes. It would be nice to get to the point of playing a threat and leaving up a counter. So like, we Liliana here, our opponent kills it. So play an island, pass the turn. I guess we just keep being patient for now, really. I feel like we're in pretty good shape just because we're so far ahead on cards at the moment. Opponent's up to 24. They are gaining a bunch of life, but that shouldn't be too relevant. Another land. So we still know most of our opponent's hand. Opponent goes attacking. Another freebooter would be a good draw here. Opponent passes. Alright, play the land, pass the turn. That's fine too. That means next turn we can play a Liliana and leave up a negate, which is pretty reasonable. Opponent goes attacking. We block. Wouldn't mind just drawing Duress. That would be a good draw too. Duress, Kite Sail. Was our opponent making their move? Pianalar. Yeah, let's counter that. Play the Swamp and just get down Liliana. This was a good swing for us. Make a zombie. Ooh, that was good. Mill Championowitz and a Hostage Taker. Because now our opponent doesn't have enough mana to just immediately Vraska's Contempt. So, pretty good chance that we can negate something here and keep our Liliana. Actually, if they try to kill our Liliana, I don't even know if we counter it, honestly. We might just let it go, since we have another one in hand. That might be fine if they just want to kill our Liliana. Plays a land. So we still know all except 1 card that our opponent has in hand. The only one we don't know, we only know about, we only lack knowledge of 1. They have Tezzeret, Vraska's Contempt. And I feel like we're pretty close to just closing this out, actually. Those were super good hits, because now we have fuel in our graveyard for our Scarab God when we get to it. And Vraska's Contempt on Liliana means there's less removal for Scarab God. Opponent just plays Tezzeret. Well, we are going to negate that, or attempt to. Whoo, resolves. Alright. Yeah, we're in super good shape now. Opponent goes attacking. So we will just block. Yup. Opponent passes. What do we draw? Gifted Aetherborn. So I think we reanimate Champion. Do some looting. Mostly just want discard or counters. There's a counter. Discard Gifted Aetherborn. Discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we discard Deadlands. Go attacking. I mean, do we just run out Scarab God too? They could Vraska's Contempt it. Yeah, let's wait. We're in such good shape. I don't know if there's any real reason to push it here. We can just let them feel like they have to kill Liliana, and that should open the door for the Scarab God to just come down and be essentially unbeatable. And we have Lookout's Dispersal in case something funky happens. Still think they could be working towards Marionette Master or something. So that's still, like, kind of covered. And we're more than happy to chump with this champion. Alright, there's a Vraska's Contempt. Could counter, not going to counter. Opponent attacks. Well, we will block with champion. We are fine with it going to the graveyard. Cycle the Fetid Pools. More Etherborns. Huh, okay. Drown Catacomb. Play Catacombs. Run out another Liliana. And we're just going to immediately reanimate champion again. Mostly just digging for duress, but counters are fine too. We don't mind discarding Gifted Etherborn. So discard Gifted Etherborn, and I guess Island. Get in with Freebooter. Vraska's Contempt is a nice hedge. They're getting to the point where they're going to be able to resolve a Tezzeret through Lookout's Dispersal, and then we can always just take care of it with Contempt. Disintegration on the zombie. Well, I guess it's time to counter. Because it would kill our Liliana, and we kind of want this Liliana to live. That's our last Liliana. Man, Lookout's Dispersal is a pretty strong card. Especially when it's Mana Leak. It's worth playing Pirates just to have access to upgraded Mana Leak, I think. Or, not Pirates as in the tribe, but some number of Pirates. Kind of like our deck. I really like the mixture of this deck. Like, we have enough Pirates to have a good Mana Leak. Opponent has Marionette Master. Okay. Well, luckily we got Vraska's Contempt. Opponent passes. So, get rid of Marionette Master. Yeah, opponent sacks, drains us a bit. Down to 16. Take up Liliana. Yeah, I mean, I guess the time has come. We're shields down, but we're in pretty good shape, I think. We're not just immediately dead to anything I can think of. Play the Scarab God. Get in with Freebooter. And now if they play another Marionette Master, we can Scarab God, get back Hostage Taker, get rid of Marionette Master, something like that. Opponent's got a Swamp. Prism for some scry draw action. They probably are looking for an answer to the Scarab God. If they can't answer the Scarab God before we untap, they might just lose. And our opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Yep, no answer to the Scarab God. So, yeah. Well, our opponent was on Abrew, but that was a pretty dominating win for our deck.
Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already, take a minute and click that subscribe button. It's a great way to support the channel for free, and you'll find the next video in the playlist right here.